Good morning, my amigos and amigas. It is Andrew the Android Koloski here, and I am live and ready to perform for all of you. How art thou? How art thou, guys? Now, I hope you guys will be at my beck and call this morning and start joining. I hope you got, hey, Cheeseburger, how are you doing? He says, wow, you're live in the morning. Yeah, I'll be going to NAMI very soon. So, top of the morning to you, as you say. Top of the morning to you. So let's get some. Hey Jay, how you doing, Jay? And Rusty in the house too. Got to make some coffee. Cheeseburger says, "Be right back." Yeah, it's early in the morning. You got to have your coffee. Yeah, man. I had Taco Bell at like 2 a.m. last night. I was hungry. Didn't eat enough yesterday, and I had Taco Bell at like 2 a.m. And that was pretty cool. I got a Crunchwrap Supreme. And then I took a Xanax and went to bed. I couldn't sleep and I was hungry. Rusty says he's going to go to sleep. He's still kind of tired. So, okay, have a nice sleep, Rusty. Have a nice rest. So, I was talking with somebody about comedy, and we talked about how have any of your jokes ever triggered anybody? Have any of your jokes ever offended anybody? Have any of your jokes ever made anybody want to attack you? Not that I'm aware of. It's possible some of the jokes I've made on social media have made people want to assault me. I remember many years ago there was an Australian comedian, Jim Jeffries, and I don't know the joke he made, but a fan got up on stage and started assaulting him, attacking him for a joke he made. And I said, the jokes that will get people to assault you obviously are jokes that will trigger people. Obviously, molestation jokes, jokes where those kind of jokes, you might trigger somebody in the audience who, is easily offended, and they might attack you if you make a molestation joke. Another kind of joke that might trigger somebody is a racism joke, a joke that's racist, or prejudice. So you could get assaulted for making a racist joke. These are some topics that you should try to avoid when you're doing comedy. Somebody asks, are racist jokes funny? I don't particularly find them all that funny. I think, obviously, if it's done to empower somebody or make somebody look like a powerful kind of person, that's good. But if you're taking an entire race and you're making them all look inadequate, that's not really funny. It's not really a funny thing. Obviously, one example I can think of is Borat with Kazakhstan. A Borat, I think, is a comedic buffoon, and everybody just laughs at Borat. But it's not really good for the people of Kazakhstan to get somebody portrayed that way. And I realize, oh, it's comedy, we're laughing, and but like picture this. Let's say we took all Polish people and said, oh, all Polish people are idiots, and all Polish people need. You don't want to dehumanize and objectify and make one group out to be morons and lesser than everyone. I mean, I get why some people laugh at stereotypes and racist jokes and prejudice jokes. I mean, but I don't think you should try to make people less for being a certain race, gender, ethnicity, and so on. Because that really is. I mean, you can. I mean, somebody says, "Oh, it's funny unless you're the butt of the joke." I'm like, no. I mean, it's just mean. It's just mean spirited. You should be an intellectual. You should try to empower people. You should do a joke that's really. I mean, I know people like mean spirited comedy, but you should try to do a joke that's not on anybody in particular. You know what I mean? I mean, if you got like a character like Mr. Bean who's a buffoon and the joke isn't on anybody besides this eccentric character, then that's fine. I think that's a fine thing. But but yeah, I mean, you hear what I'm saying? You catch my drift? Don't stigmatize an entire race or an ethnicity or religion and make them all. Yeah, it's just not empowering. It's not good for anybody. It's not even funny, really. I guess you could laugh at a racist joke, but I mean, who's it really helping? Nobody. It's like if they took schizophrenics and made all schizophrenics out to be deranged, rage-filled lunatics. It's like you're stereotyping, you're stigmatizing, and you're not doing any favors to the schizophrenic community. You're just, or the mental health community. You're just making some guy out to be. You're making some guy out to be the craziest of crazy to make people laugh. It's not doing anything for people really that's beneficial. It's just shit comedy, cheap comedy. And I don't think. I mean, I think you should try to benefit the mental health community and not make somebody out to be the craziest of crazy, like broken Matt Hardy. I mean, like who the fuck is that benefiting? Nobody besides him, maybe. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right. So, do we got any androids in the house here? Anybody got any questions? Yeah, so I did comedy yesterday, and I'm a little rusty. I'm a little rusty, to be honest with you. And one of the biggest. I mean, I ended on a high note, and after the show, some guy came up to me and he said he liked my energy and he liked my demeanor, and but I'm a little rusty, so I got to get back into the swing of things. And something I have to do is write out the jokes, try to punch up the jokes, and if I choose to continue to do this, because right now I'm just going up there thinking I can improv, and it doesn't always work. Somebody said the first time I walked in there, I was really confident. I was doing my songs. It was like a performance like nobody's ever seen before. But then over time, people started criticizing my songs and I lost a lot of confidence in my performance ability. And right now, my performances are kind of like amateur hour. I mean, when I first went in there, I just went in there. I didn't care. I did my songs. I did my jokes, and I rock and roll. But I've lost a lot of confidence in my performing ability for whatever reason, and I need to try to regain that confidence if I choose to Rusty says it sounds like you did a good job yesterday. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But yeah, you gotta try to regain that confidence. Rusty says, take a Viagra before you go on stage. Maximum confidence. What? You're right, Rusty. You're right. Yeah, and don't think of yourself critically. Just tell yourself, I rock and roll. I'm funny. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna hit a grand slam, and you know. Uh, so I got Nami bowling today. I don't really like bowling, but I'm going to get out and socialize and engage with people. Um, I'm getting out to engage with people, you know. Out and about. I'm getting out and about. You know, somebody Cheeseburger says he's not a fan of bowling himself. Yeah, man. I already told my friend though, who's going to bowling, that I'm going to be there, so I have to go. I don't really feel like bowling though. I don't know. I don't like bowling, but you know, there's people there, and it's fun to socialize with people and mingle with people. I'm going for the socialization. I'm not going for the bowling itself. To be honest, I don't really like bowling. So he says maybe you can meet a cute woman while at NAMI, a cute bartender or a cute NAMI chick. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going, you know, like they say, if you get out of your room and you keep going to these NAMI events, eventually you might meet a woman. And that's what I'm hoping to do here. That's what I'm hoping to do here. Yeah, I'm probably going to get some food. Yeah, it's a good point. I'm probably going to get some mozzarella sticks and nachos. I'm gonna pay for some food there. Somebody says, does the woman you start socializing with have to be high functioning or low functioning? Ideally, a high functioning woman is what I'm interested in. But you know, obviously, some people argue I'm low functioning. Oh, speaking of comedy, I do a lot of self-deprecating jokes where I criticize myself, I criticize my mental health challenges, and one or two of those jokes is good. But if you start berating yourself on stage, talking about what a loser you are, talking about, you know, how you're schizoaffective, disabled, a man child, it gets, it's like, we get it. You're a fucking loser. You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta try to tone down on the self-deprecating jokes. You know, you don't want to go up there and just make every joke about how you're a man child, you're 37, you're going nowhere, you're an incel, you're on tons of medication. You know, you don't want to make every joke about how you're a fucking loser. You know what I mean? Because um, people will just like, all right, we get it. You got nothing going for you. You know what I mean? So you don't want to do that. You know, it gets. So he says, stick with. Yeah, yesterday I think I overdid the "I'm a loser" jokes a little bit too much, and you don't want to just keep going with the "I'm a loser" jokes, because it's like, okay, we get it. I mean, it's almost not even funny at a certain point. It's almost just like masochistic self harm, just like on stage. You know what I mean? And not self harm, masochistic depression on stage. You know, where you're like, yeah, I'm a fucking loser. I have no money. I'm a man child. I'm going nowhere. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just not funny. Somebody says an autistic girl would be a pinnacle for a schizoaffective boy. Maybe I can be an autistic girl. They said that's a good idea, TB. Maybe Andrew can meet an autistic girl. That's the dream, TB. And interestingly enough, I get a lot of ideas of reference when people perform. So yeah, I feel like everybody in the room is focused on me. Everybody is referencing me with their acts, and I feel like I'm the center of the universe, which is not so. Um, so I got to try to catch that. I got to realize that ideas of reference delusions. These people are trying to make the entire room laugh, not referencing solely me with their acts. That's a really bad. And I even get that with TV, like watching like the presidential debates, like Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, and the wrestling shows. I think everybody's fucking referencing me. Like they're trying to win the fucking presidency. They're trying to, they're the most famous people in the fucking country, if not the world. And I'm thinking, oh, they're acknowledging me. They're acknowledging Andrew with their. No, they're not. They don't even give a shit you exist. They don't even know you exist, most likely. So try to realize this is ideas of reference delusions. Somebody says that's why you should adjust and take your medication. Fair point, Rusty. Fair point. Let's get some more water here. Somebody asks me, am I ever going to take the Lamictal, or am I going to just stay maybe forever? I'm very stubborn, not going to lie. I don't really have much intention to take the Lamictal, and I don't want to take the Lamictal. It's my parents who want me to take it. So, to answer your question, am I going to take it? They'll probably pressure me into it at some point, but I don't want to take it. So we got 6 androids in the house. 6 androids. I think one of the funnest activities I did with Nami was the game night at Dave & Buster's. I mean, not to say Nami isn't legitimately fun. The activities are fun. Bowling's fun and such, and socializing with the people is fun. But I was like having a blast. I was having a ball. I did Dave & Buster's, and we had the food. I was like literally having a lot of fun doing the air hockey and the skee ball and all those activities. I was having a lot of fun at Dave & Buster's. David wants to know: would you react to a song suggestion to do live? What song do you want me to do, David? I never played Time Crisis. I don't know that song, so I can't do it. I've never heard of that song. It's an instrumental. Somebody says they have an idea. What's your idea, guys? Do I know the vocal inspirations for the music I made? You want me to do music over my vocals? That's it. That's an idea. But you know what, guys? On that note, I'm going to get going to NAMI. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to be bowling. So adios, amigos and amigas. Peace out. And I'll talk to you all again soon.